Are those my feet? Hey guys, welcome to Console Choice. I'm Mark, and here are 6 games that I'm looking forward to in the rest of 2024. So first up, we've got Star Wars Outlaws. And I don't really know why more people aren't talking about this game, because I am very, very excited for this one. It is essentially the first proper open world Star Wars game that we've ever got. So you play as a Han Solo scoundrel type who's been thrust into a seedy part of the Outer Rim surrounded by criminal syndicates. This game is set between Episode 5 and Episode 6, so the Empire is, pretty much at full power just before it hits a bit of a rough patch there. It's giving me huge Red Dead Redemption vibes. There's going to be a mission system, there'll be side quests, bounties, there'll be live world events, so as you're traveling around, you'll encounter, like when you're in space and traveling around, you might find a freighter that's under attack by pirates. Or you might find a ship in distress with a beacon going off that may or may not be a trap. The stormtroopers are basically like the police in GTA. That's going to be super fun to try and rack that up into 5 stars and see what they send after you. Death troopers and star destroyers coming after you while you're in space. Brilliant. You're going to be running around on the planet, then you can jump on your speeder bike, tear across the terrain, go exploring, find new towns, cities, NPCs. Then you can jump in your spaceship, fly up into space, fight your TIE fighters, and jump into hyperspace, escape. I think it'll be important to go into this game with the right expectations. It is an open world game. It's not going to be like No Man's Sky. You're not going to jump in your ship and be able to freely dip in and out of the atmosphere, but it's also not going to be like Starfield, where you have a big flat static load screen in front of your face. It's going to be somewhere in the middle. That is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Big flat static load screens are a problem. Yeah, but what we like it when devs try and disguise loading times and load screens. That's good on them. It says open world / open galaxy game, but we're not talking 100,000 planets here to explore. We're talking 5 and the surrounding space. One of those planets is going to be Tatooine, so this really is going to give us the Han Solo style dream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Next, we have Astros Playroom. No, we don't. Next, we have Astrobot. When the PS5 first came out, it came with a free pack-in game called Astros Playroom, a little 3D platformer harkening back to the old sort of late 90s, early 2000s 3D platformer days. It was primarily used to demonstrate the capabilities of the DualSense controller. This is insanely cute. The gameplay is so much fun. Look at it. It's so pretty. There was creative ideas, there was hidden paths, loads of collectibles to find. This was PlayStation's answer to Mario, but I mean that in the absolutely best way. This is an old school console mascot. It's absolutely brilliant. The only issue I had with Astros Playroom was that it was really, really short. The emphasis in the trailer here is to show that they are taking everything that was Astros Playroom and they are jacking it up to 100. They are just ramping it right up. They are expanding everything. They're giving us bigger, huger bosses, more worlds, more creative worlds, more weird mechanics, more references to PlayStation IPs. It's all being just looks absolutely stunning as well. I really can't wait for this. And the best part is it comes out on September 6th, which is my birthday. Happy birthday to me! Thank you, Sony. Also in September, we've got one of the few games I actually asked for in the June Direct, and then was given. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, a brand new 2D Zelda game. It really was one of the few things I actually wanted from the June Direct that I actually got. I'm assuming it's being developed by the same team that did the Link's Awakening remake, because the art style is identical, and that's brilliant. I love the Link's Awakening remake. I think it's the best version of that game. I absolutely adore the art style. And they've given what the internet was rumbling about for a while, a Zelda game where you actually play as Zelda. Apparently data miners have confirmed that Link will also be a playable character at some point in the story, so it'll be fun to see how that pans out. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the Tri-Rod ecosystem where you're duplicating all these items, But I felt the same way about the fuse system in Tears of the Kingdom, and well, that I ended up loving and worked beautifully. So let's assume that will actually be a really creative, fun, innovative way to play this game. It will need to have a few things in it for me to be really happy with it. I want old school dungeons. I had hoped for old school dungeons with old school dungeon items and bosses, but that might not be how this pans out, given the Echo Rod system thing that they're doing. And I would also be super surprised if the Triforce doesn't make an appearance in some form or other. After all, the little fairy buddy that you meet at the beginning is called Tri, the rod is called the Tri-Rod. It would be odd if the Triforce does not make an appearance at some point. Whatever way this goes, it's gonna be a good game. Then, in October, we've got Super Mario Party Jamboree, the next entry in the Mario Party series. If you already own Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars, then whether you pick this one up is really going to be a personal decision. But we do have 5 brand new boards that all look really quite innovative and fun, and we have 2 returning boards from the original 2 Mario Party games. There's over 100 new games. Motion controls are optional if they don't happen to float your boat. There's online play if that kind of thing works for you. All in all, it's gonna be fun Mario Party good times. What more do you need? Now we have good old retro JRPG goodness. It's the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake. First announced 3 years ago, then we got absolutely no news at all until this trailer that's right in front of us. Dragon Quest is pretty much the granddaddy of RPGs as a genre. I absolutely adored Dragon Quest XI on the Switch. It's in fact the first Dragon Quest game I played, and I have been itching to get my hands on this one. I love Square Enix's HD 2D art style. I've played through Octopath 1 and 2, I've played Live Alive. This is a great art style, and let's hope we get more remakes in this vein after Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Here's hoping we get Chrono Trigger HD 2D as well. And the last one's a little bit of a weird one. It's Rugrats Adventures in Gameland. This has been designed as an old NES game, so it would run on original hardware. So it's a proper old school platforming game. It looks to have extremely strong influences from Super Mario Bros. 2. Anyone that was a kid in the 90s pretty much loved Rugrats, so this is a proper slice of my childhood right here. And it has a wonderful looking HD mode to make it more accessible for modern audiences. All in all, this just looks like some ridiculous, silly fun. Just awesome. So there we go, 6 games that I'm really looking forward to for the rest of 2024. Let me know what games you're looking forward to in the comments. Like and subscribe if you fancy. Thanks very much for watching Console Choice. I'm Mark. Have a good one.